Tonight, President Donald Trump is heading to Beijing for what could become one of the most consequential diplomatic summits in years. But overshadowing trade talks and tensions over Taiwan is a rapidly escalating crisis in the Middle East. Iran is threatening retaliation, and the world is on high alert as tensions mount. The ceasefire appears close to collapse. And now explosive new reports suggest the United Arab Emirates has secretly joined military operations against Iran. As the region braces for what could happen next, the world is watching President Trump's next move. President Trump departed for China tonight ahead of a major summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping. While official discussions are expected to focus on trade, tariffs, and global security, Iran has quickly become one of the most urgent issues on the agenda. At the same time, tensions across the Middle East continue rising dramatically. Iran's parliament speaker issued a direct warning overnight, declaring that Iranian armed forces are prepared for all options, and promising what he called a well-deserved response to any future aggression. The statement came after President Trump publicly rejected Iran's latest response to an American peace proposal. Trump described Tehran's message as garbage and said the current ceasefire is now on life support. Despite the harsh rhetoric, the president also insisted that a diplomatic solution remains possible. In a major new development, sources now tell Fox News that the United Arab Emirates secretly carried out strikes against Iran during the conflict. According to reports, the UAE targeted Iran's Lavon Island shortly before the ceasefire took effect last month. The strikes were reportedly in response to repeated Iranian attacks on Gulf energy infrastructure. If confirmed, the operation would mark a significant expansion of regional military cooperation against Tehran. Analysts say it also highlights how deeply concerned Gulf nations have become over Iran's growing military aggression. Meanwhile, Israeli military activity continues increasing. Cargo planes and aerial refueling aircraft are reportedly arriving daily in Tel Aviv, as Israel prepares for the possibility that combat operations may resume at any moment. Another major concern now emerging involves China. Reports are circulating that Iran may be receiving additional military support and supplies through routes connected to the Caspian Sea. While those reports remain unconfirmed, the issue is expected to become a critical discussion point during Trump's meetings in Beijing. The United States and Israel are both attempting to increase economic and military pressure on Tehran. Any foreign assistance that helps Iran recover or rearm could weaken that strategy significantly. Analysts say China faces a complicated position. Beijing wants regional stability to protect energy supplies and global trade, but it also benefits strategically from growing pressure on the United States and its allies. According to regional sources, Iran still believes the United States needs a deal more than Tehran does. But officials close to the administration reportedly reject that idea completely. Sources say President Trump is intentionally avoiding rushed decisions while continuing to increase pressure through sanctions, naval blockades, and military positioning. The strategy appears designed to force Iran into serious negotiations without immediately launching another major military campaign. At the center of that pressure remains the ongoing blockade of Iranian ports. Officials say the blockade is severely damaging Iran's economy and creating growing internal fractures within the Iranian leadership itself. Some factions reportedly want a deal quickly to ease pressure on the country. But hardline members of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard are still preparing for the possibility of renewed war. Tonight, the Middle East stands at a dangerous crossroads. Iran says it is prepared to retaliate. Israel is preparing for more combat. The UAE may now be directly involved. And President Trump is entering critical talks with China, while military options remain fully on the table. The next few days could determine whether diplomacy survives or whether the region moves toward a much larger and more dangerous conflict. For more breaking world news, war updates, and geopolitical analysis, subscribe now and stay informed.